Hey guys, welcome to Stonehearth with me, Banto. So today I'm gonna start a new town. My previous town, it ran into so many problems, so for that reason I'm just gonna go for a new town, and I hope you guys can enjoy that. It really is frustrating to have to restart, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the long run. So we got our people here. I'm not sure if we should go for the people that we got here. We have a lot of different people here. And the thing is with this game in Alpha 11, when we got this thing, we can actually name people directly. So for example, we can name someone. I'm gonna name someone here. I'm just gonna go through my people and see which is going to do the best in. I'm actually gonna re-roll these people. Let's see here, I'm gonna do another one. I think I'm gonna go for this. So I'm gonna name this person here. I'm gonna name this person Samurai by request. And we can even add more names. For example, we can add, I'm gonna get a girl name here. Gonna be Malin, another request. And we can add, I'm gonna add Panda Boy as well. If we got anyone, this is gonna be Panda Boy. So I'm gonna be adding more of you guys into when we're in the game, but I just want to show that we can actually name people direct on this expedition rooster. So which should we go for this time? I think I'm gonna go for an Trapper's Knife this time. The thing is that, is this pretty good to go for like Farmer's Hoe, Footman's Sword? We don't really need the sword in the beginning. And Weaver's Spindle, I think it's a little bit of overkill to have in the beginning because you don't really have the resources to work with it, so. And the Trapper's Knife is something that is a little bit more advanced to make because it's made by the blacksmith. So we're gonna make a Trapper's Knife. We're gonna go for this time. No gold left, so let's get going. Embark. And this time I think we're gonna settle down here. I love that we have these two big lakes, and we also have a decent sized mountain right next to it. So that should give us some good resources, and I want to settle really close to the mountain. Just because that is gonna make sure that we will be able to get some blacksmithing supplies really easy. So let's see here, we got the lakes, there we go, 2 lakes. And here we got our tiny little mountain. It's actually pretty big, but compared to this, it is nothing. So I think we should settle down very close to this, and we should try to build kind of around this mountain area. We might even make some rooms into the mountains, depending on what you guys think if we should make that. And I also want to make a tavern this time, because we ran into problems the last time, so I feel like I'm gonna strike back against the game and hopefully be able to make something good with it. Rocking Silver. Okay, well, let's go for Rocking Silver, I guess. So we should promote someone directly, I think. Maybe we should chop down trees first. So let's chop down some. I'm using H to harvest fast. It's a hotkey for it, so if you wonder why I can select this directly, that's why. Let's get into our people, and we should see who's gonna be our carpenter. I noticed one thing with this game: if you get someone who has a little bit too high in, I think it is inventiveness, it's pretty bad for the carpenter, because the carpenter makes those fine tables. You might be thinking, why don't you want to have fine ones? The problem is that they are so skilled, so they will only make fine ones, and that means that it will be an endless loop of crafting, and you will take a lot of time to get the thing that you're actually after, and that will create a lot of problem. It will use up like all your resources. I had a problem very recently, and that was the first time I actually noticed it, because I wonder why is my queue not moving forward. So that was the reason for that. So who should be our... This is actually a pretty good footman. Raven. I think we should go... I don't want to go too high with that. Malin, maybe you Malin, maybe you want to be our carpenter this time. Can craft some great furniture. This is like, I would say, the core profession of our town. And let's see here, I know that Panda Boy, you wanted to be a footman if I don't get it wrong. So we're gonna make you a footman, but we're gonna take that later on. It's pretty decent stats, it's not really anything amazing, but I think the spirit is still enough to have high enough fighting so you don't run away when there's battle. Traveler has a really good body, but not that high in spirit. So I think that maybe Travelon, if he would be an warrior, he might get scared by wolves and so on. So that was gonna be taming wolves instead. That makes total sense when he's a trapper, doesn't it? He's gonna grow like immune to it, something. Okay, we got him up. So let's set out a little place for him to be hunting at. I really hope that we won't have to restart this many times. I really don't like to do it, but it is just getting so frustrating, and I kind of feel like it's gonna affect my video quality and so on, because it just kind of take down my mood to record this, but restarting now, I'm really happy about it. I hope you can notice that by my video. Okay, so what I want to do now is to make a tavern, and I want to have it close to this lake, and it's gonna look pretty amazing, I think. Okay, let's check out. A grizzled merchant. Oh, he leaving tons of stuff with berries. Oh, he even given us a hoe, turnips, corn, and jerky. So, I mean, we got already a farmer's hoe, that's awesome. But we're gonna wait with harvesting that, and the cook is gonna be a really important thing this time. Because I noticed that the thing that the cook can actually make, it gives so much food. It's so much food value compared to the raw resources, and that's really good, that's how it should be. Let's chop down these 3 trees, we don't need them. And then we're just gonna go around here in this area. And also have a little bit of ideas if you guys would be interested to see this more in 1080p. The biggest reason I don't upload it is because it feels like many people don't really have that good connection. And that's me included. I upload with my 3G mobile connection. It's pretty decent speed, but if you guys would really desire to have 1080p, I can make that happen. It's just gonna be a little bit more work to fix it, but I'm definitely gonna be able to do it if you guys really want me to get at. So this is gonna be kind of similar to what we had with, I think town was called Lakeside. And I know that Al Shira said that it looked pretty good. And I think this is the one that you mean. So we're gonna have walls for this. Not sure, should we go for brown? Should we go for white walls? Yeah, I think white walls with this would be pretty good. Oh no, we gotta chop down some of these. Good, we got so many good workers here. Here we go. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna have a door. Where should this entrance be? I want to have it so people can enter and exit. The idea with this house is that people are gonna be able to go in here, eat. We might have beds as well. We might have different rooms. I'm not sure if I will do that because it's such a huge chance that risk that we will receive a lot of bugs, and I really just want to avoid that so we don't have to restart. But we want to have a place where people can enter here. We also want to have a place, at least one place, maybe even more, where people can exit. And I think it's gonna be 1. And maybe we should go for a pretty big one for that. So, like here in the back, people will actually believe in the tavern. And they will go out on this bridge that's gonna go all the way around here. And I think that looks pretty awesome to make like that. But before we do anything else, I'm actually gonna do a thing that I do very often. We're gonna go for Malin here, we're gonna put out her workshop. There we go. And we're gonna start to craft a few things, some furnitures and so on. And by the way, for you guys who was in the previous town, if you want to get into this town also, just drop it in the comments and I'm gonna add you to the list. But you're gonna be at the bottom of this, so I'm gonna go through the people that has been requesting. Yes, we can go through all the names so everybody can get in and have a piece of this cake, I guess, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna make why was that? Oh yeah, we have to build a stockpile. That's something I do very quick normally. We're just gonna make a basic one for now. We're gonna keep it very close to where we got our carpenter. That's gonna be like the only profession that we go for from the beginning, and we're not gonna make it too big. And the thing is also that we don't want it to be too big because it's just gonna look like a mess. You know, we're probably gonna have some beds all over the place eventually. But I just kinda wanna avoid that for now. But now we should be able to do some crafting with carpenter since we got a stockpile. So we're gonna maintain that, and by the way, as you maybe saw, we could actually craft things before. The thing was that we couldn't maintain, because how it worked with the maintaining thing is that it checks our stockpile, do we actually have it? Because we don't have it if it's not in our stockpiles or in our crates. We're also gonna maintain one sword, we're gonna maintain some crates, beautiful, useful. Probably we use the biggest one the most. I'm probably gonna use this in a pretty big storage house. reinforce the door. I guess we can maintain one of each door. Why not? Why not? You never know when you want to go for a different one. Windows, probably gonna have like 6 because Banto use many windows. I think most of you guys who watching this or watching my videos before know that. But I think it looks good. It really depends on what house you're making. I normally only go for this type of window actually. So I want to have a lot of windows at this side, and that should be... I guess it's actually not the correct, but it do look pretty good. Maybe should we maybe move that? We can actually, I think should be able to remove it with the rubber tool. We can get it correct placed. That should be the correct one. We should have some at this side as well. And some at this side. Gonna go for the same at both those sides. And we want to have the door that you're gonna enter this. I think we want to have a wide door for this as well. And I'm gonna go for this side. And since this is gonna be a 2-story house, there are some things that we have to take in consideration. Where are we gonna have our stairs? Like, are we gonna have it at this side in front of the windows? Are we gonna have it at this side? So the thing is that we don't want to have windows in the way. It's just gonna look really, really awful. And the thing is that we're not gonna make the stairs directly because it creates issues. I would really like to do it, but I don't recommend it for anyone who want to make it so. So the stairs is maybe, I think it's gonna go into this corner here. Or maybe it will actually be one that turns. So we're gonna have to remove this window for whatever way we choose, and we can have another window here. Actually, we're gonna remove that again, so it kind of matches with the other side here. I think that should be the one. So this is like the lower part of the house. And I think we're just gonna make it like this first. And I might actually avoid the rooms. I know that we kind of can make rooms, but if you saw my previous town, I did run into some problems with it, so I think I will actually avoid it. But it's a really interesting thing, because it should be rooms and things like that in my opinion. And since we're busy with this, we can actually start with the second part of this whole thing, which is actually to have this bridge. So that's something we can start to work with already. And this is gonna be in wood, of course. So we're gonna make it stick out. What we actually could do, which might be better, is to go down here. Because I want to have columns. This doesn't really matter, you don't really need it. But it's just that, you know, it looks way more realistic. And we don't really have to have this in wood. I mean, we can go for stone for these columns. It would work as good. I think this is the correct height, it should be. So that's 4 blocks in height, and we're gonna go out a little bit. How wide with this? It's sticking out 4. This might be maybe a little bit tricky. So it can help to, you know, go like this as well. It's gonna stick out 4, was that 4? Was it 3? That's 4, good. And we're just gonna go all the way around. So I mean, there are some different ways we can do this. And this is really helpful to see number 4 at the right side. We know, oops, that it's 4 in width, and then that, that this was not 4 in width, that was 2. Gonna have to drag it out 2 more. Hopefully I'm gonna get it correct this time. I'm gonna drag it from here, I guess. Come on, you can do it, Banto. Oh, that was the wrong spot. Damn it. Real tricky to put them out. Just imagine if I got it correct from the beginning. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? There we go. We're just gonna have to go for this, and we're gonna have 4 in width here as well. I think that was actually 3. Daily update, not gonna beat it. Nope. Because we don't really get any food. The only food that we get for the moment is from the trapper, which is good food, which we combine with the cook later on, where we can make some awesome, delicious, tasty food. And I think I might actually be adding you back, Big Bob. If you want to get back and be the cook, just write in the comments and I'm gonna make you the cook again. Just feel like you didn't get your time as a cook to make all that delicious food for our people. So if you want to get that, I'm gonna get it. If not, I'm gonna assign someone else for it. That should be pretty good. And by the way, maybe someone saw one of my videos when I said that I couldn't get up the console window. The reason is that they have actually changed the key for it, so it's not... I think everybody actually have like the same key now. So for getting to the console, you have to press Ctrl, Shift and C. This brings up the console window where you can put in commands, and I don't recommend this if you are not really used to it and don't know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're probably not gonna be able to put in too many commands. But there are a few commands that can be useful. For example, there's one command, it's called IB, which basically is instant build. And it instant builds whatever you want to build. And there's also another one we can write in, which is destroy. It basically, it destroys the object, so it's really handy. So we're gonna make some more pillars at this side. We're gonna have, I think should have more, 5, 6, 7, I think that's 7. A little bit tricky to see it. Then we're just gonna get something in the middle here. I think that's about correct. Without even trying to calculate how many it is. So that's pretty good, we're gonna make that, and hopefully they're gonna be able to build it. And it do seem like these are actually separate made. Maybe. Free in wood. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. They might have to make this separate, like the columns are separated from the bridge itself. Whoa, level 2 already, Marlin, you're going on fast. I'm gonna get someone to become our first farmer. So I'm gonna add back a girl from before. And this is gonna be Giselle. So I'm gonna add you back as a farmer. Oh, that was wrong. There we go. So you're gonna be our new farmer again, just like it was before. Change your job to farmer. Here we go, promotion. So that means that we can set up some place where Giselle is gonna be able to get some nice food for us. And I think I'm gonna have it close to where we have our trappers. I just don't want to have it, you know, too close to this. Shove down a few of those. So what we're gonna grow today is gonna have a big meaning to it. We're gonna grow turnip, we're gonna grow pumpkins, we're gonna grow carrots. And the reason we're growing this free is because they turn into the vegetable stew with the cook. So this is like a really good way to get food if you're gonna get a cook pretty early on. And that also means that we need to get a mason pretty early on. That's something we gotta get pretty early too. Which is really good that we live in close to the mountains, so that should give us like a steady supply of both wood and different ores. So let's see how they're doing here. I think they're gonna make this after they are done with this first part of our house. I should give our carpenter Marlin some more things that she can craft. Always wanna have, I guess, 2 big boxes. When I have some light sources, I think I'm only gonna go for the wall mounted first, or maybe I should go for both. It's hard to not go for both. Can have some benches. But the most importantly, we want to have these beds. People can have some place to sleep. Else they're gonna feel bad. And we want to maintain some chairs. We're just gonna go for these basic ones, and we're gonna go for table for 1 to start out with. We can add other ones later on when we will be needing it a little bit more. I guess we can make 1 wooden wall mounted sign. And yeah, we're definitely gonna have maintain for 1 shield. Maybe we should even have more, because they do sell pretty good. And we're actually just gonna make 1, because I do think that these one, wooden dresser, I think they still go for more than the shields, if they haven't changed it though. Let's see if they're actually gonna do this. Pause, yes, build it. Let's gonna try to click each one and see that these are individual. So we might have to make them before we can actually make other things. It do seem like some of those are connected though. I think it is because we built that and then we built that, and these were put out after. I think that might be it. Build. So that should be it with that. I'm actually gonna get down a ladder, because I think it's gonna help, because people cannot go down here if they don't have a ladder. I think that's why they ain't building this part of it. So see, now they're down, they're swimming. They just need to get that ladder down, and we don't want to do it like in The Sims, like the old games, where we remove it just to get some cash. We don't want to do that. We want to keep our people. Let's see how good they are swimming. So I guess they gotta get up some kind of scaffolding now, so they can actually do a little bit of building with it. But guys, this is actually gonna be it for today with Stonehearth. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you don't feel too bad about me restarting again. It's just gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best recording experience for me. It's gonna be the best watching experience for you guys, and this also allows me to get more of you guys quicker into the game as well. But mainly it is because of these really nasty bugs that my previous save ran into. So guys, thanks for watching this video, and if you like it, feel free to leave a like. I appreciate it really much, it does help me. And if you want to watch more, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys next time. Have a great day, take care.